another stream. I got the chat to work separate from, like, I don't have to watch it anymore. The chat is now a window, the same with if the broadcast is okay or not. So yeah, sweet. I got all that working. So now, put some music on. Like that. Bring it up a little bit, just a tad. This let's be in the screen for a little bit. Let me turn off the. Oh no, this one. This one. This one. Yeah, there you go. I changed a little bit the layout, just slightly. You know. What I did was I made I made the TV to be of size, so it's not wide. It's not doing that wide thing that it did yesterday. It's actually the size that it's supposed to be. Just um, I messed with the TV a little bit, so it's right on size. Everything should be everything should look good now, right? Everything should look fine now. Um, I'm not gonna mess with it now. I'm gonna probably tinker with it a little bit later, just to get the right angles right. But it's fine. It's fine. Um, I was thinking of watching stuff on YouTube today. I don't know. I don't know really what to watch. I'm just I just came home from work, man. My body's fucked. Uh, got some food. I may be eating some of that, but not. I try not to eat at the mic. Try not to eat at the mic. Um, but yeah, I just came home from work. I'm tired. Like I was going to stream on Twitch to kind of just see if it worked on Twitch, but I ran into an issue, which is for some reason my um, my computer didn't save my for some reason my computer, I don't know if it deleted, but it doesn't have my it doesn't have my passwords. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I messed something up. I don't know if I clicked the button, but that's a new issue because I was gonna find my password and username on it to put it on Twitch because I wanted to stream on Twitch to see how Twitch ran, but whatever, it didn't work. So I'm here on YouTube, which is fine. I like YouTube, despite YouTube having problems. YouTube is fine. It just has its issues. But like, name a website doesn't have issues. Look at Twitter, X now. You know, filled with bots, mostly bots. Just filled to the brim with bots. It's kind of ruined it. So I wanna watch something. It's gonna just have in the background. Let me put the screen thing back on. Yeah, everything's working fine. What? What's going on? Is it? No, it's fine, right? It's fine. I don't know. It kind of it showed something on the screen. I thought it like bugged out or something. It should be running just fine. Uh, Let me run it over here just to be safe. Let me run it over here. It should be running fine. Wait a minute. Yeah. Let me like myself. Uh, yeah, everything's running fine. I don't know why it did that. It showed like it had not an error, but it kind of showed something on the screen covering the thing that makes it that I'm okay. I'm fine. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Uh, let's see. I've been really hooked on watching people like uh do camping, like camping, like set up. I've been really into that. Um, I may watch that. Like people setting up camp. Maybe cooking actually. Let me see. I was watching something on at work on my break. I thought it was pretty. Um, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, let's make sure it's muted. It's playing an ad. Give me a minute. I hate when I don't like these like double ads. They're short, but now you get two of them in a row, and it's like, come on, man. All right, hold on, let me pause it. Put it back from the way beginning. Make it big screen. And remove. Which one was it? It was this one. Yeah. There you go. Let me raise up the volume a little. I'll watch that. So we can watch this for a little bit. I how the guy is like this. You can't see his face. Like he you know. Yeah, so you can't see him. Man, I bet this takes a long time to make. You know. Let me lower it down a little. It's a tad. There you go. I bet that takes a long time to make. Like to set up, the camera, and then you have to go back. I bet it takes a while. You have to set up the camera, do the thing, then set up the camera somewhere else, do the thing again somewhere else. Hmm. Yeah. Is that him running? He was cleaning his. There he goes. It's kind of funny. Damn, look at that. That's really good. That knife looks kind of weird. Oh shit, that was cool. Where you did that? That knife looks kind of weird. Look at it. It's like curved. A dog. A doggy. Cute. Yeah. Cut that too. It's very sharp. Look at it. Like, damn, that's sharp. That's not even have to put any pressure, that much pressure on it, and like slices things really hard. Like slices stuff like that. That's pretty good. What is he? Is he cleaning? I think it's, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, carrots. Yeah, shaving his carrots. I thought he was like sharpening the blade or something. Nah, he's just, yeah. Look at that. Damn. And carrots, they're tough. They're tough to cut through. He just goes. I like that pot. That pot looks good. It's like a skillet, right? It's like a. It looks like a skillet. Oh yeah, put the vegetables right there with all that grease. Yeah. I thought about like going out, like not to do this, but to go out and camp. I thought about it, but I don't really have any like friends that I can go out with. Like when I lived in America, it was different because actually I had a friend over there, and we could have gone out camping, and I feel like he would have been aboard. He would have been bored with it. He likes stuff like that. He likes stuff like that. It would have been cool. Yeah, look at that knife. Like, damn, I'm just mesmerized with the knife, man. It's sharp. It's a good knife. That looks tasty. And I'm hungry right now. But it looks good. That looks actually pretty good. Yeah. And back, back, back. Yeah. Yeah, pour some of that in there. What's that? I don't know. I don't know much about ingredients. I'm not a cook. Hmm. You gonna use a stick to stir it. Hmm. That does cute dog. What time is it? This is about to be two. Yeah, it's about to be two. That looks good. Yeah. All right. I don't know what to watch, but honestly, yeah, I can't play anything right now because I don't. I need to buy a HDMI controller, not a controller, a plugin. I think I said this yesterday, and I don't have it. And right now, I can probably talk, but I don't know what to talk about. Like I think I exhausted everything I wanted to say yesterday. It could, I don't know. I don't know what to watch really. Like I was thinking, let me see. There's this one. It was like a documentary type thing about Kowloon Wall City. I mean, Kowloon Wall City. I've heard of Kowloon. I had I've made a D&D campaign. I was thinking one time to make like a D&D campaign based on Kowloon, like using Kowloon Wall City as a layout. Is it this video?
El carro de tus sueños.
Let me turn that off. That's an ad.
At is considered the most densely populated place that ever existed. On an area of just 6.5 acres, or 4 football fields, dozens of individual buildings have merged into one solid organism.
Look at that.
Houses,
Look at that.
shops, restaurants.
Look at that. That's just all these old buildings just all clumped together. Over here, it's like open part right here. This is like a park. Right here, this open part right here. There's like a park over here, and this open bit right here. But look at that. It's fascinating. It's very fascinating. I find it fascinating.
Restaurants, churches, private homes, and virtually
Look at that. Look at that.
everything that makes a city. While the outside-facing
Wow.
apartments get to enjoy sunlight, a vast majority are located within this block, full of dark pathways. It is a giant urban maze that attracted all kinds of people with reasons to hide.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
This is Kowloon Walled City. To understand just how incredibly closely packed people lived here, let's compare this city with other places.
Right.
Take the East Village in New York City, located in Lower Manhattan.
Hmm.
There's a small park in the center, but other than that, it is a pretty dense neighborhood with historic row houses and more recent large apartment buildings. Based on the 2010 US Census, just over 44,000 people live here. That results in a population density significantly higher than for all of New York City, and New York is the most densely populated city in the United States. By all means, this is a dense place.
Mm-hmm.
But let's compare it to Kowloon Walled City.
It's smaller but denser. So people living in it.
Estimated that 33,000 people live here.
Damn, look at that. Shoo.
The density is simply astounding.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, the number might have been even bigger,
Mm-hmm.
with some estimates going up to 50,000 people.
Because most of those people live like
Perhaps
hidden.
the strangest thing about Kowloon Walled City, however, is just how abruptly it ends.
It does.
While everything is crammed into this tight block of buildings, behind the sharp walls of the city, there are relatively spaced out buildings, and even a park with sports fields. So why was everything crammed into this small block? The answer...
I bet he's gonna go into it, but it's because I'm pretty sure it's like between China and a I don't know if it's England or French country, and it's a right in between the two where there's no actual like ownership. They don't know who really owns Kowloon. I think it's gonna go into it, but yeah.
Is that Kowloon Walled City wasn't part of the rest of Hong Kong, but had
Mm-hmm.
its own legal status.
Yeah.
The walled city began as nothing more than a small Chinese military outpost,
Really?
stationing
I
about
didn't know
10
that.
guards. It really started to take shape more than a century later, when the outpost was expanded by the construction of a larger fort. At the same time, the nearby harbor of Canton began to gain importance. Chinese tea was a hot commodity for British traders who purchased it in staggering volumes, allowing this region to prosper. However, the trade relationship was notably
Still listening to
unbalanced.
them, by the way.
While the British bought large quantities
wireless
of tea,
headphones.
the Chinese
Just
had
the
little
alarms.
need for goods from Europe. To
Really
improve
comfy.
this trade balance, the
Yeah, it
British
was like
began
Europe.
to
Yeah,
illegally
Europe.
import opium
Yeah,
from India
yeah, there you
to
go.
China.
Yeah.
This scheme proved effective, with the
And I think-
widespread consumption of the drug escalating rapidly.
Oh shit.
This led to an
Damn it, I moved
addiction
it.
epidemic, which wreaked havoc on the Chinese economy. Recognizing this crisis, the
Yeah, and I think it's like somewhere in between, in an area where they don't know who owns it.
imperial government took decisive action to halt the opium trade, but this move led to a heated conflict, which would
Mhm.
later be known as the First Opium War between
The
Great
first
Britain
opium
and
war.
the Chinese
Okay.
Empire.
It's kind of odd name.
Britain won the war and subsequently occupied Hong Kong in 1841.
Mm-hmm.
The walled city was not affected as it was located on the island nearby.
Yeah.
And as a result of this loss, the Chinese Empire decided to reinforce the fort at Kowloon by building large walls around it, giving the area its lasting name, Kowloon Walled City.
Okay.
At the heart
See, I thought it was called Wall City because the whole city looks like just a massive wall. You know, the city itself built a wall on itself. But that's interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that. If you don't know, there is one, I think there's one footage of Kowloon Wall City, and it is when they made a movie. I'm pretty sure they made a movie. It was like a fighting movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme, I think, was the guy who's like the main character, I think. And it's a blood sport. I think the movie is called Bloodsport, and it takes place in Kowloon, underground, like in a secret martial art fighting pit. And during like the beginning part of the movie, they go to Kowloon and they go through like some of the alleyways. I'm pretty sure.
of this fortress, they built a yamen, which is the main office from which this outpost is administered. The tensions between China and Britain continued on, ultimately leading to the Second Opium War in 1860.
And the second one?
As a result, the Kowloon
been two of
Peninsula
them?
too fell into British hands,
Mm-hmm.
and the final boundary
Kowloon got
negotiation
kinda close.
took place in 1898, resulting in a 99-year lease of the new territories to Britain.
Damn.
This is, in short, the story of how Hong Kong became a British colony as it is commonly known.
Okay.
But what is often overlooked is that the convention included one specific exception. The Kowloon Walled City, which is
Really?
located inside the new
Yeah.
territories, a Chinese enclave in the middle.
See, I thought it was like in between China and this territory, and it was like they didn't know who owned it, but no. Oh, that's interesting.
Of British Hong Kong. As time moved on, both the Chinese and the British administrations showed a lack of interest in the walled city,
Yeah,
leaving it to its
I know
own
that.
fate.
Yeah, they didn't know
The
what to do with
desolate
it.
barracks soon became makeshift homes for squatters seeking refuge. And recognizing the need for community structures, a Protestant church seized the opportunity to establish a senior home within the historic Yamen. But the peaceful existence of this enclave was shattered in 1937 when war erupted between Japan and China. The full-scale invasion initiated by Japan emerged as the central conflict in the Pacific throughout World War II. And by 1942, Japan had taken control of vast swaths of northern China, as well as holding various coastal exclaves, one of them being Hong Kong, which they utilized as a strategic military base.
What's it like to learn math on Brilliant?
Sorry.
And to do so, they needed building materials. Therefore, they tore down the walls of Kowloon Walled City, which was located right near the airport. The end of the Second World War saw Hong Kong revert to British control. Simultaneously, the newly founded People's Republic of China in 1949 reasserted its right over the Kowloon Walled City. Practically, however, neither the Chinese nor the British took control of this area. And with a massive wave of refugees in the wake of the Chinese Civil War, the need for cheap living space in Hong Kong was immense. And so, in the decades that followed, a maze of buildings grew ever higher and denser.
Yeah, I think the only time they ever said, "Hey, man, can you stop building?" is when they got too high, and because there's an airport kind of close to Kowloon. There was an airport close to Kowloon Wall City, so they were like, "Hey, man, can you like not build your buildings too high? You're about to hit the planes." And they were like, "Yeah, my bad."
Houses
I keep
became
clicking it
multi-story
on
buildings,
the
became
OBS thing.
14-story
Sorry.
skyscrapers.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. This gold just starts building up.
The sunlit streets turned into shaded paths until they were eventually completely blocked from sunlight.
Yep.
Within the confines of the walled city, the laws of Hong Kong were not enforced. Any
Nope.
construction within the city proceeded without adhering to any building codes,
Yep.
with one singular exception. Due to the city's close proximity to Kai Tak Airport,
There you go.
a strict
Yep.
height limit of 14 stories was enforced.
Yeah.
Kowloon
They were like,
Walled City
"You
was
can build
located
your city,
right
just
along
don't build
the
it too
path
high."
into the airport.
Yeah.
Landings at Kai Tak were one of a kind, with pilots navigating through Hong Kong's mountainous terrain, flying remarkably close to the walled city on final approach. The highest priced apartments were those facing the outside, followed
bet.
by those near the internal courtyard. These units offered the precious commodity of sunlight and fresh air. You could
Yep.
add a caged balcony to your apartment, cleverly expanding your living space. But most of the units were located inside, in extremely unhealthy conditions.
Yeah.
This is a plan
smell,
for a
imagine the
typical
smell.
building inside
God.
the city. With no windows, people here were completely dependent on electric light.
Oh shit.
There also was no waste management in place,
It makes
which led
sense
to
now, yeah.
catastrophic air quality. Frequently,
Mhm.
rubbish was simply disposed on one of the city's rooftops, or thrown into one of the shafts between buildings.
No.
The air is said to have been constantly stuffy and
Yeah, I
polluted
bet.
by the many factories that operated inside the city.
Imagine
As for
like
clean
a
water,
hoarder
a mere 6 official
just
water stations served
kicked
the
into
entire
high gear.
city, which means
I
residents
imagine it
often
would've
had
been
to
a
carry
mess
the
to
water
breathe in.
over long distances. In terms of electricity, few actually paid for the service. Instead, most residents opted to illegally tap into external
Oh,
cables, routing
I
them
see.
through the city's intricate maze of narrow
Oh,
passageways.
okay.
These harsh living conditions attracted not just those looking for a cheap place to live. The
Mm-hmm.
city's ambiguous legal status also
High on
attracted
crime.
those who saw potential for unique business opportunities within
Yep.
its shadowy confines. The walled city became a popular hub for dentists. Many of those had obtained their qualifications in mainland China, but found their licenses unrecognized in British-governed Hong Kong. This rendered them unable to legally practice elsewhere in the city. The absence of regulatory oversight also allowed various workshops, such as those specializing in metal fabrication, to flourish within the city.
Yep.
And kitchens were selling popular food items that were outlawed in the rest of Hong Kong, such as
Like what?
dog meat.
Oh, dog.
Generally, food production was a common business
I
inside
shouldn't.
the city,
I shouldn't ask.
despite the completely unsanitary conditions.
The
It is
eggs.
even said that
I
many
know
of
it's
the
not eggs.
delicacies processed here over the day ended up on the plates of expensive restaurants across Hong Kong later
Really?
that night. While these
Mm.
kinds of businesses within the walled city skirted the edge of legality, others plunged straight into the realms of serious criminal activity.
Hmm.
Just because this city is free from the laws of Hong Kong did not
Hold
mean
on.
it was a space without order. Power structures still exist,
turn off
with
this
the
a little bit.
triads, notorious criminal gangs, controlling the city. While
Mhm.
businesses did not pay taxes, many of them were forced to pay protection money to these groups.
Hmm.
And the triads themselves engaged in illegal businesses, such as soliciting prostitution, opium
Yo.
dens, and in the later years venturing into heroin trafficking. The Hong Kong authorities found themselves in a difficult position, not
Mhm.
wanting to let the growing addiction problem get out of hand. A permanent police presence inside the city would be an affront to China, which still claims the territory as its own.
Yep.
Therefore, in the mid-1970s, the authorities decided to carry out many isolated raids, with police officers storming the city for short periods of time.
Yeah, but raids, like, to what? What are they raiding? I mean, probably to take down, like, because I bet, like, a bunch of criminal gangs just ended up living in Kowloon, you know, just littering the city with crime, which makes sense, you know. There's no many people. There's no not people. There's way too many people. There's a lot of people, but there's no law. There's no law, so they just gonna run rampant, and they can do their own thing. And I think they wanna like stop the opium addiction. That's kind of what the war was about.
Arresting criminals, confiscating
Ah, there you go. He said it. I should just let it play. Yeah. I bet there's a bunch of criminals. I bet like the cops that went into the city to look for them would just got they would just get lost in the city. Like imagine trying to get a criminal through a maze that you don't know, but most likely he knows better than you. So he can he can go up some stairs, take a left, turn a right, jump down, and like go back to the same floor that he was before he ran, and just go out the front because he knows the layout. That would be kind of funny. It would be kind of like a Scooby Doo thing, like you know, the door opening bits that was in Scooby Doo. Yeah.
drugs, and then leaving again. In addition, various private aid organizations established themselves, operating a kindergarten as well as a Christian missionary youth center that offers help with addiction.
Yeah,
The
makes sense.
historic Yamen in the middle of the city became a popular social spot, hosting public events for the city's
Oh shit! It's still
residents.
there. It was still there. it was still there. Like it looks like what how it used to. Oh shit! You would think it would have been buried by now.
Even though the situation in the city improved in parts, it was again geopolitical reasons that ultimately ushered in the final chapter of the city.
I
Its
wonder
legal
what they
status.
did to their people because if you don't know, spoilers, Kowloon gets demolished. It's not there anymore. It's now a park that has a poster of Kowloon. It has like a poster on it where it says this, here was Kowloon Wall City, which I want to visit because I don't know, it's pretty. I think he's gonna talk about it, but I think yeah he's gonna talk about it, but um shoot, yeah, I don't know what they do to the people. Like they had to put them in other places. They had to get them out before they demolish the city.
This was a result of the 1990
Imagine that
release of the
demolishing an
surrounding
entire
British
city.
territories, and it is precisely that countdown that was coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
In 1984, after years of negotiations, Great Britain and China agreed on a handover of all of Hong Kong back to
Okay.
China.
Okay.
This handover was scheduled to take place in 1997, but the breakthrough in negotiations also cleared up the dispute regarding Kowloon Walled City.
Mm-hmm.
Despite massive resistance from the city's residents, the two governments
I
jointly
bet.
decided that the social
It's like imagine being kicked out of your house and been told, "Hey, we're going to bulldoze your whole fucking city." Again, imagine destroying a city, not a town, not a house, a city, an entire city. That's crazy. A city that many generations saw be built. Kowloon wasn't like a thing that happened overnight. It happened decent amount of generations through.
situation, the risk of fire breaking out, as well as the fear
Yeah.
of any of the buildings collapsing, would
Mm-hmm.
justify the complete evacuation
Look at
and
that.
demolition of the city.
Wow.
With the start of the demolition in 1993, Kowloon Walled City came to an end.
Wow.
But as the city fades into memory, two diametrically opposed ideas of its existence emerge.
Hmm. Hit 'em.
The dystopian image
Dystopian?
of the city
Yeah.
inspired a large number of fictional depictions in
Spirited
film
Away.
and art, often showcasing Kowloon Walled City as a futuristic hotbed of crime and corruption.
Yeah.
As
A lot of
such, the city
cyberpunk.
inspired
A lot of cyberpunk imagery. I think it takes inspiration from Kowloon because it looks very dystopian, super dystopian. The whole everybody's just cramped, living in pretty much coffin size apartments. You know, pretty much just treating human like cattle. It's crazy.
tons of dystopian
Oh, I want to play this
fantasy
game. Is a Stray, right? The one they play as a cat. It's a cute game. I've seen like a piece of it. I haven't seen the whole game. I want to actually. Let me see if I can get it on the Xbox.
disease. However, what gets lost here is that this city was also a vibrant, tightly knit community.
Mm-hmm.
As chaotic as the city may appear from the outside, there was actually a lot of order. And the notion
Oh, yeah.
of complete
It was-
chaos is simply
Yeah, it was probably more like you leave each other alone type situation, where they didn't have any rules, but they didn't really bother one another. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shoot. I'm cleaning my glasses. Hold on. Bit dirty. Like I said, I came home from work a couple hours ago. So.
wrong. You could send a letter to someone living inside the city, and despite the apparent chaos, it would get delivered just fine.
Hmm.
People came here with nothing. They then raised
Yeah.
children, established businesses, and then
Mhm.
had to self-organize those aspects of city life that the lack of government had left out.
Yep.
To many, Kowloon Walled City is a symbol of Hong Kong, showing that hardworking people were able to create community even despite harsh conditions. Today, on the
Mhm.
side of the walled city, there is a park where
Yeah.
remains of the
Yeah.
historical city can be found in several places, such as the historic Yamen building still standing.
Oh, she's still there. Damn.
As well as a small model
Yeah.
remembering
Oh,
the
I
urban
wanna see this. I want to see this. This looks. Oh. Imagine the detail. If you get close and you like start looking at every like little building, they probably have like not that crazy detail, but you can then imagine it in your brain. Somebody lived in that little apartment, you know?
monolith that once stood here.
Wow.
It's easy to vilify, and it's just as easy to romanticize a place like this.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, the answer might lie somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
The story of Kowloon Walled City is one I've been meaning
Look
to
at
tell
that.
for
Look at. That's decently
a long
detailed. Look at
time
it.
because it's a story that explores the intersections of architecture, history, and culture.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at change.
But the thing is, it makes sense that they demolished it because the city would have crumbled upon his own weight, seeing how it wasn't built with proper like building standards. So it would have been a disaster. It would have been worse. Imagine the city collapsing by itself. You know.
Of urban places throughout the decades, I think, can be incredibly insightful to understand the world we live in. One of my favorite videos I did that explores exactly these intersections is my video about the construction of the original Twin Towers, in which I explain how these buildings completely changed how skyscrapers are built. This video is part of my ongoing video series Underexposure, which also features videos about the raid on Bin Laden's compound in 2011, as well as a video about the Tenerife disaster, which was the worst aviation accident that ever occurred.
Oh shit, two ships hit
These
each
are
other?
videos that are not made for the YouTube algorithm. Instead, this series is made for the big screen. A series where I fully, creatively tell stories just how I want to. And the reason all this is possible is because me and a bunch of creators have gotten together to build our very own streaming site, and it's called Nebula.
Oh, Nebula. I heard this place. I have heard of this website. Anyway, that's interesting. I'm going to put this. That is actually very interesting. The city. Kowloon is one of those things that you read about and you're like, damn. How can a city be built like that? But then you look at it and it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting how Kowloon was built. What to watch? Let's see. I really don't know. Let me put some music on. I really don't know what to watch. I exhausted like all conversation that one the that last stream. the first stream that I did, I talked for hours about nothing, and I didn't really have any like things to talk up to bring up. What is this?
If you're taking
Just playing that. Um, no, I need to turn that off for now. Wait, you can't see it. Boop. Oh, look at that. What is this? It's like a bullet. This is a bullet train, right? Uh, very fast. Super fast trains in Japan. Yeah, I thought it was, yeah, Japan. Damn, those are very thick noodles. You know, there was a while where I was really obsessed with like walking videos of people like walking around in Japan. But I'm not gonna. I don't think I want to watch those. I'm gonna make sure everything is running good. Uh, make sure I haven't been kicked out just yet. Yeah, I'm still fine. Yeah, I'm still good. I'm just checking, just to make sure everything is still fine. Uh, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to really do. I exhausted every conversation I had yesterday in my last stream. I'm burnt out. I'm not burnt out. I'm not burnt out. I didn't have any topics. I didn't bring up anything, and I just got back from work, and I'm thinking I'm only going to stream during my days off because I'm drained mentally, physically. I'm dead. I'm mentally just exhausted, and I'm having a brain fog, like brain farts. I'm just because I don't know what to say. I don't know I don't know what I still need to look, but I think I'm fine. I think I'm okay reacting to videos. Because there's people on YouTube that make a uh, whole thing where they react to stuff. You go like this. Yeah, these are my videos, man. People just walking. Wait. Oh, it is. I've seen this place. I mean, I haven't been there personally, but I know this place. Let me show you something. Wait. I know this. I know that place. Let me show you. Uh, um, fuck. Uh, there, there you go. Right over here. It should be here. Yeah. It's right here. Same place. You know how I know? You don't know how I know? That poster. This poster right here. This is a this is a place where you can hire a girlfriend. Let's say. It's right here. Right there, and it's right there. And if you the video, see right there, uh, right there, yeah, see, it's right there. It's right there, see. I kind of forget that Japan gets snow. Isn't Japan an island? But it's like that they're in in that area of the map where they would get snow. Yeah. It's weird because I'm claustrophobic, right? I don't like cramped spaces. I hate elevators. If I need to like go to a place that has elevators, I take the stairs. I I I have a fear of elevators. But I don't mind cramped rooms. Like rooms that don't have much space, I don't mind. But I have a fear of elevators. And I think it's not so much the space, it's the I'm in a thing that is lifting me up, but I'm not moving. So I don't know. It's the same, probably the same way, the same feeling I have towards. Um, it's probably the same thing where I have the same feelings towards airplanes. I think it's the same thing, right? I'm above the ground, and I don't like that. I think that's what it is. I like the crunch. Oh shit! Is the wait? It's the Is this thing? I've seen this thing being I've seen a bunch of videos of it on Twitter, of this thing like showing different like shows and stuff. It's like a it's like an optical illusion where it's a screen that is like twisted, so it kind of gives the appearance of it being 3D in an angle, in a certain angle when you watch it, when you look at it in an angle, in this angle, it looks like it's a 3D image. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, look at it. I miss the snow. That's a lot of snow though. It's like way too much snow. Wait, let me turn that other video off. It's still there. Let me turn that one off. There you go. Wow, look at that. Look at the ground. That's a lot of snow. Very snow heavy. Alright, it's did said it in the title. But yeah, look at that. That thing is talk. That thing is making noise. The thing up there. That's great. Oh, it's Crocs, right? Yeah, it's Crocs. I don't know if that's is it Crocs like the shoes Crocs? Maybe another thing. Maybe something else. Those will named Crocs. Hmm. Honestly, sometimes I wish I lived in a place where I can just get up from my room and just walk, and I will see stuff like this. I live like I live close to I live close to a town, but I'm more to the countryside. I'm more to the countryside, so I tend to like if I go out, I'm just gonna see wilderness for a good bit. I'm drinking soda. Hmm. It's, snow on the screen. Let's see something. Let's see if we can say something else. Put that up. I wouldn't mind if people had suggestions uh, as to what they would like to watch, as long as it's something that is not gonna get me in trouble. I'm just looking. Turn up on that. I'm thinking of fucking using YouTube Red. Is that the name of the subscription thing? Look at fishes. A seahorse. Look at it. What is a seahorse, honestly? If you told me that a seahorse is like an alien, I would believe you. Be like, yeah, it looks like it. Checks out. A lot of fishes in general look like monsters. Especially the blob. The blob fish is what it's called. Is that what it's called? Let me look it up. Look this up. I think it is called blob fish. I think it is the blob fish. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty boy. fucking blobfish. It's not supposed to look like that. Like normally, I think when it's in yeah, normally it's supposed to look like that. Yeah, normally it's supposed to look like that, very tiny. But when it's taking out of when it's taking out when it's taken out of its normal environment, it gets like this. It looks yeah. Normally it's like very tiny, but the reason it goes like this is because uh, this is how it looks when it's depressurized. This thing is like into the bottom of the ocean, so it's like the pretty much the water is just making him like pressing him down, so he looks normal. But when he's out of a high pressure area, it starts blobbing. It is cute, but it's cute in like a mutated creature kind of way. Um, oh, I really don't know what to watch. I should like look at stuff when I'm not streaming. Like look at stuff for me to watch and then watch it. But it's like I don't know why I can and cannot watch. That's the thing. Because there's some things that you can't watch, but I don't know. I don't want to. Like I said before, I don't want to get my account in trouble. No. uh, how to talk to yourself? Active chat. Ignore. Yeah. How to talk to yourself? You know what? I'm not gonna watch it right now. I am gonna like it. Uh, watch it later. I'll watch it later. I put it back. I'll watch it later though. I thought it would help me. Oh shit. I found Dylan Thomas's channel. If you don't know, that's a guy who had a bit of a interesting breakdown. Oh shit. Uh, my headphones are beeping. To swap them out. Where the hell is this music playing? Oh, it's Spotify. I was wondering, like, what the hell? Um, really don't know. I don't know what to watch. So I'm just gonna put music back on and we find some conversation. Yeah, I'm thinking of not. I'm not gonna stream when I'm like home from work because right now I am mentally just gone, dude. Like my brain's, which is fine because that will mean that I will stream uh, 2 days a week, which is the days that I have off. Right? It's 2 days normally. Uh, I could have more or less. You know, I could also have only one day, but no, no way I get to. Mm-mm. Normally I get 2 days. And honestly, like, if I don't work like a day, like the day that I have off, if I don't work and then I start streaming, I will have more to say, and my brain wouldn't be as fucking melted as it is now. Because right now it's fucking melted. I'm looking for like something to watch. What is this?
Si finalmente harán ese viaje.
He's playing that, letting that to pass. Hmm. Is this? This music? I like this music. It's like elevator music. I hate elevators though. I don't like elevators. It's not really elevator music. It's more like it reminds me of like old school videos showing like people on like the mall. Some of those like old school mall videos. I really need to like find. I really need to find that fucking cable, man. Because at least if I'm playing something, I will have something in the background as I'm like listening to the music, as I'm playing. I don't know. I really need to figure out. I really need to figure out that cable thing. Even if it doesn't make, even if it doesn't, if you can't hear the game, it would be nice just to have it, for me to do something. Just sit here, because like days like today, I would be playing games, and then the days that I have off, I could just have them to just chill and talk, you know. What is this? Like a record, right? A record store. Damn, I actually like that. There you go. Pretty sure you can hear the music is fine, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Decent amount. I don't wanna like raise it up too high. Alright, I'll stop doing that. I can pull myself back to normal. Like even if like play Animal Crossing or something, Animal Crossing would be fun to play. Um, that's like something to like kind of just like play in the background as I'm like just sitting here chilling. Oh no, wait, damn it, I'm gonna keep that. There you go. I'm gonna keep that. I should like that. See this one.
To be is a planet where night never ends. And it's not your regular night with stars shining in the beautiful skies. Here it's pitch dark and
I like the
scorching hot.
music.
TRES-2b
Kind of.
is a gas giant, roughly 1.5 times more massive than Jupiter, and its surface absorbs light better than charcoal. It might also have a faint dark red glow because of its burning air, which is as hot as fresh lava.
So wait, hold up, go back. Hold up. What we do here is we go back.
Shining in the beautiful skies. Here it's pitch dark and scorching hot. TRES-2b is a gas giant, roughly 1.5 times more massive than...
It's a gas giant. Alright? It's a gas giant. If you don't know what a gas giant is, it's me. No. No. A gas giant is a planet that had a greenhouse effect. A rogue, I think it's called a rogue greenhouse effect, which is that the whole planet is filled with gases which are dangerous to breathe in and live in. But in the right circumstances, a gas giant can turn into a star, right? Because it would burn its own fuel, right? The planet will continuously pump fuel. It will pretty much burn itself, kind of what our sun does, right? Kind of what suns do. And gas giants are kind of not failed, but they're stars that didn't quite had the mass to become stars. So, what this is telling me is that this planet, it's like right there, right in the edge of becoming a star. Interesting. Wait, what?
Jupiter, and its surface absorbs light better than charcoal. It might also have a faint dark red glow because of its burning air, which is as hot as fresh lava. Lovely.
No.
In the star
Pretty nice
system of
vacation
55
spot. So yeah. And yeah, look at it. It's actually close to its star. Very close. Which is why it's burning up. If it gets closer, or if its sun gets bigger, it would just become a second star. Or just get consumed by a star.
There are 5 planets, 4 of which are gas giants similar to Jupiter and Saturn. The fifth one, or rather the first, because it's closest to the star, is different in a most horrible way. 55 Cancri E is so close to its sun that half the planet's surface is a literal ocean of molten lava.
Wow.
The other half is in eternal darkness because it never sees...
Oh, because it's locked. It's what is it called?
Is the sun. The planet is always turned to its star on one side. And between the scorching and the dark, there's the twilight zone, a thin strip of gloomy nothingness. HD 189377b, I'm not going to say that again, is the only exoplanet in the orbit of its star. And
really?
at first glance, it looks quite pretty. Blue and white swirls making up wondrous patterns on the surface. But these pleasant colors actually come from hard silicate particles in the planet's atmosphere, which means it rains glass here. But the worst is that winds reach the speed of 5,400 miles per hour, or almost Mach 7. Well, for comparison, the fastest wind speed on Earth was 254 miles per hour. Over 20
shit! Wait,
times
how much was the other one?
or
Oh shit!
almost Mach 7. Well, for comparison, the fastest wind speed on Earth was 254 miles per hour, over 20 times less.
Yeah.
Thus, the glass falling from the sky travels horizontally at hypersonic speeds, shredding everything in its path.
Damn.
The next system, whose name I won't even try to pronounce, this one, has 3 exoplanets, which are all being slowly destroyed by their own star. It happens because that star is not a regular. It's a pulsar, a rapidly spinning core of an exploded star. It creates powerful electromagnetic pulses in several directions while rotating at several thousand times per second. As a result, the planets orbiting this deceased star are slowly being eaten away and will eventually disappear entirely. Kepler 70 is a hot blue dwarf star that exploded into a red giant some 18 million years ago. At the time, it was orbited by at least
Wait, can it do that?
the closer of which was a
Wait.
Jupiter-like gas giant. Its name was Giants Kepler 70.
Can a star just? I thought stars when they died like that, they just. Interesting. Actually, I thought when stars collapse like that, they just become energy. I didn't know that they can become a much brighter star.
Is a hot blue dwarf star that exploded into a red giant some 18 million years ago. At the time, it was orbited by at least 2 planets, the closer of which was a Jupiter-like gas giant. Its name was Kepler 70b, and it still exists. But the overgrown star consumed it and transformed it into a blazing hot rocky world. Right now, it's one of the hottest planets ever discovered. Its temperature is higher than the surface of our sun. It was lucky to survive spending time inside the star, but it's evaporating now and will probably be no more in the near future.
Wait, it's in its star. It's inside the star.
But it's evaporating now and will probably
Holy
be no
shit.
more in the near future.
How the hell can our planet survive being inside the star?
12b is one of the weirdest and saddest planets out there. The enormous gravity of its star, combined with the planets consisting mostly of gas, result in the star slowly devouring its protege. Whilst 12b has already taken the form of an egg, stretched toward its merciless sun, and it's unable to do anything with its condition. In another 10 million years, the planet will inevitably succumb to the voracious star's appetite. If you ever wondered what it's like to walk on ice and hot coals at the same time, Gliese 436b is a planet that would give you a vivid example. Being extremely close to its sun, the Neptune-sized exoplanet boasts temperatures hotter than a blazing oven, and yet it's covered in ice, which burns incessantly. This ice is much denser due to the enormous gravity of the planet, staying solid even under extreme conditions and not melting away. No list of frightening worlds could do without mentioning Venus, the Earth's evil twin. The second planet from the Sun has an atmosphere so thick and full of clouds that its surface is much hotter than that of Mercury. Volcanic eruptions constantly thrash Venus. Its gravity is almost 100 times stronger than ours, and those clouds I mentioned are not made of water, but of sulfuric acid, which condenses and rains down on the ground, adding to the inferno. But even if you were brave, or crazy, enough to try to pass through these clouds, you probably couldn't. The winds up there are as strong as some of the most powerful hurricanes back on Earth.
Stop using text-to-speech voices. Nope.
Shush.
Very long name for a very, very cold planet. Although the host star is not too far away, it's a small and
Actually
rather
quite pretty.
cool red dwarf whose light and heat barely even reach the planet.
That's very pretty. Imagine having a star like that. A red star. Like that. Very pretty.
The temperatures out there fall as low as minus 370 degrees, which is only marginally warmer than absolute zero. The exoplanet is thus dark, gloomy, and covered in eternal ice that never thaws. Still, if it has a rocky core, it might generate some heat. So there's a chance that deep below the frozen surface, some unknown alien things might lurk.
Yeah, some bacteria.
Dimidium, located roughly 50
Dimidium.
light years away from our solar system, is a planet hostile to any living thing on many accounts. It's tidally locked to its sun, which means one
Tidally
of its
locked,
sides
that's the
is
name.
always facing the star, while
Yeah.
the other is always turned away. The hot side is heated to over 1,800 degrees, perpetually blown over with winds reaching 600 miles per hour. Despite Dimidium being a gas giant, it has a large amount of iron in it, which melts and evaporates in the atmosphere, creating clouds. And when those
Iron
cool down,
clouds?
they fall on the surface in the infernal rain of molten iron. Oxygen is usually viewed as an element that might bring life to a planet, but this is definitely not the case for Osiris. Scientists were shocked to find oxygen on this planet, or rather around it, because it's 8 times closer to its star than Mercury is to the sun. This
Okay.
extreme distance
Oh
makes
shit.
Osiris a living melting pot, where anything that could burn will. It's also responsible for a very short orbit of the planet around the star. A year on Osiris is just 3.5 days on Earth. To boot, the atmosphere of the planet is constantly blown and melted away by the heat from its sun. Karat Exo 3b is neither as hot nor as cold as some of the others on this list, but it's terrifying in its own more insidious way. It's a gas giant similar in size to Jupiter, yet
Okay.
20 times denser. This makes
Denser.
this exoplanet's gravity weigh down on everything on its surface 50 times more than it would on Earth.
Wow.
Stepping on it would be your ultimate doom, because you'd be
If
immediately
you could.
crushed by the density of its atmosphere. Karat 7b is another oven-like world. Its day-to-day
Karat.
temperature is over 4,000 degrees. Combined with the rocky surface, it presents an infernal landscape. The rocks on the ground bubble and boil, evaporating in the atmosphere, where they cool down and eventually fall back on the surface in a brimstone rain. The saddest thing about Karat 7b is that it might have once been a gas giant whose atmosphere
Really?
melted away from the heat, leaving only the scorched core. We're used to thinking that asteroids are the only free-floating rocks in space, but things like
No, there's
OTS
rogue
44
planets.
make you think twice and shiver. Imagine a planet about 11 times more massive than Jupiter, roaming in space without being bound to the orbit of any star.
Yeah.
Given its gargantuan size and mass, if OTS 44 collides with any other planet, it would utterly destroy it and go on floating as if nothing happened. Scarier still, scientists are sure there are millions of such rogue planets out there, just waiting to be discovered. There's no
I
hard
think
proof of their existence
rogue
yet.
planets. I think is when either their star dies out or they get ricocheted by their star, so they get too close. Like the way they rotate in their star gets really narrow, and it will like ricochet them. Right, it will like goes past it, gets flung out much further away, continues to come past it, and flings away much further away, until one point that it would just fling itself so far that it disappears. The planet just disappears into the nothingness of space. Imagine that shit though. You don't have to not only worry about meteors, you have to worry about a whole fucking planet coming at you. You're out there in space. It's like, Captain, I think we have a problem. What is it? Is it a meteor? Nope. It's AB721. What? That one planet we saw a couple of days ago? Yeah.
But theoretically, carbon planets have formed somewhere closer to the center of our galaxy.
Nope.
Any oxygen getting in
Wait, hold up.
their
Go back.
atmosphere is hard proof of their existence yet. But theoretically, carbon planets have formed somewhere
Carbon.
closer to the center of our galaxy.
Alright.
Any oxygen getting in their atmosphere would get into a reaction with carbon and transform into CO2, forming black toxic clouds. On the ground, there would be oceans made of tar, spewing
Ew.
up geysers of methane and crude oil. There would be rains too, but they'd be far from refreshing. Torrents of pure gasoline and hot liquid asphalt would blast the ground and probably burst into flames on impact. Hard to imagine anything that would survive such conditions.
I can see
Okay,
I can
here
see.
you are in the middle of the ocean. It's endless, but you can't see it because there's a thick fog all around you. Dense clouds high.
I was gonna say I can see if we ever reach those planets, right, in the future. Maybe, I don't know. But if we ever do, I can see people using those planets for their resources, specifically those planets. It rains gasoline. Like, damn.
High hide the huge but dim sun? Is it day or night? You don't know. There's only a gray haze around you. You're alone. Even if you try to swim down, after several hours, you still won't be able to see the bottom of the ocean. And that's a typical water planet for you.
Oh,
I know, sounded kind of
water
dark,
planet.
but it's not that bad. These water worlds are more interesting than they may seem, so let's take a look at them. The ocean planet is a planet that consists, as you might have guessed, mainly of water, ice, and maybe some rocks. Think of the Earth's oceans, its horrifying depths, the Mariana Trench, and all that. And now, can you guess how much space all the water on Earth takes up? 0.025%. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, just try to imagine a world of 40 to 60% water. If you dive in there, the depth can exceed 60 miles. Compared to that, the 6-mile depth of our Mariana Trench sounds like nothing. And yeah, the pressure there will be enormous. It can reach up to 20,000 Earth atmospheres. Very crushing. Now, it may sound scary, but it still would be great to find out more about these planets. Fortunately, according to scientists' calculations, there may be a lot of such planets in our galaxy alone. Well, you don't have to go far. You can find these water guys even in our solar system. Not
Really?
planets, of course, but
Oh, right,
moons.
Titan.
Jupiter has Ganymede and Callisto, and Saturn has Titan and Enceladus.
Yeah, Titan.
The ocean can reach up to 30% of the mass of these moons, although it isn't clear whether these oceans are covered with a thick crust of ice. But we've discovered quite a
Forget.
few
I've been to
full-fledged
Titan
ocean
on
planets.
Starfield.
This is because the conditions in which
You
these
can
planets may exist
visit
are
Titan
very
on
specific.
Starfield.
For example,
Pretty cool.
this planet should be somewhere 6 to 8 times larger than the Earth. If it's smaller, it'll have a rocky surface. But if it's bigger, it'll turn into a gas giant. At the same time, it must be in the habitable zone of its star. A little further, and the planet immediately turns into an icy giant or a cold super-Earth. So yeah, these guys are very picky. We first started exploring these planets back in the 1970s. However, since then, we found only a couple of them, but they're still very interesting. The first planet is Gliese 1214b. It was the very first ocean planet that we discovered. Initially, the scientists noticed only a small dim dot. This dot turned out to be the red dwarf star Gliese 1214. An unremarkable, completely ordinary star that's 5 times smaller than our sun and 300 times dimmer. Scientists wouldn't worry about it at all, but back in 2009, they noticed that this star had one single planet, and this planet turned out to be quite strange. This super-Earth was 2.5 times bigger than our Earth and 6.5 times heavier, but at the same time, it had a very, very small density and about the same gravity as our planet. In other words, there were almost no rocks and metals on it, but it wasn't a gas giant either. So there was only one option left. It was covered in water and ice, and that's how we discovered the first ocean planet. Well, actually, we can only assume that it consists of water. That's what the mathematical calculations say. In reality, this planet is quite confusing. It's difficult to explore, and so far, scientists haven't been able to find anything there. No hydrogen, no helium, no water, nada. That's because the outer layer of the atmosphere of this planet is very dense, and it perfectly hides its composition. But even so, it's probably a water world. Gliese 1214b is very close to its star. It's only 0.014 astronomical units away, which is less than the distance between the moon and us. The year there lasts about 36 hours, and the temperatures, to put it mildly, are just wild. Scientists suggest that the average temperature there can reach 250 to 535 degrees Fahrenheit. Woo, that's hot.
So this company recently announced that anyone can make.
Alright. Let's see if we can watch something else. I'm interested. I like space and planets and shit. I actually do like that stuff. But I'm so sit here and just watch that for. I mean, I could, but. I'm looking for something to watch, but I don't think I'm wrong. You know what? This is a game. I was looking at it in Steam that I think I can play. Like I think I can have it in the background, and my computer shouldn't die from running it. Let me show you. Look at my wish list. Stuff I think I wish listed it. Did I? I don't think I, oh shit, I think I did. Damn it, I didn't. It's a farming game. What it is a farming game that only takes like a part of the screen, like the bottom part. I thought I had it wish listed, but I think I didn't. Man. Yeah, I didn't wish list it. That sucks. I really wanted to show it and see how much it was. I like this music. I'm looking for video to watch, but I don't know. I'm watching that video though. That lady talk to yourself. I mean, I know how to do that, but yeah, that'll be something. That's a good skill to have, I think. I already do it, but see what she has to say about it. Honestly, I got nothing. I need to like look up at my off time, like when I'm at work, or I'm about to go to work and stuff. I'll look up videos to watch. Cause I really want is just one video. Like honestly, what I really need is like just one video, and then I would just let it play. But yeah, I think I'm done for the day. So that'll be what, 4? So what is still 3? How long have I been streaming for? For about an hour. What are we 2? I'll see how this video does. It doesn't get taken down. But it does more often. Just watching videos. It should be fine, I think. If anything, I'll probably put like a semi-transparent staticky image over the TV. So just in case, but I feel like I should be fine. I should be fine, I think. I'm not gonna do this forever. I'm just gonna do it for now until I get that cable that I need. I get that, we're playing some Skull and Bones. What other game? Monster Hunter Wild when it comes out. I'm waiting for that game. I am very hyped. I'm very excited for that game. But yeah, I think I'm about to head out. I need to sleep. And I need to sleep, and I need to do a bunch. I need to I need to sleep, man. My brain is just not doing it today. Anyway, see y'all around. Take it easy, Space Cowboy.